Hello people, this is Code Grind and in today's video we'll be creating a background color changer using Vanilla JavaScript. So it is a very simple program. You just need to enter any color you want. Like if I want it to be white, so white, and when I click on this change color button, the background gets changed. We can also use hexadecimal codes such as hash FFF, which is also a color for white. Actually we don't see the changes right now, so let's change it to 091921. When I click on change color, the background color gets changed. You can have any color in here like dark orange. So this is what we will be creating in today's video, so let's get straight into it. So here I've got this basic layout ready. I've linked an external CSS file in which we'll be doing all the styling part, and let's get started with our HTML part. Then we'll wrap all our things inside this div with the class of container, then a heading, and let's say background color changer using vanilla JavaScript. So this is what we'll be creating in today's video. And then our input field and the button. So we'll wrap those things inside a div with a class of input. Input type is equal to text. Yeah, that's right. Then a placeholder, enter a color, and then we'll also give it an ID of color. Then we'll have our button. On click, we'll call a function, and this is the JavaScript function which we'll define for color changing. And inside it we can write change color. Yeah, so this is it for the HTML part. We see all our HTML part in here right now, so this is it for it. Now let's get into the designing. So to start the designing, we will first begin with nullifying the browser's default settings, that is margin 0, padding 0, box sizing of border box, and at last a font family of pop-ins. So I use this font family a lot, and if you also want this to use this font, then I'll give a link in the description from where you can download it and install it in your systems. Now let's go to body and give it a by default background color which we want to give it. So let's use lime green for now. Yeah, this is good. Then a display of flex and a justify content of center. This will horizontally align everything to the center of the page. And at last a text align of center. Yeah, that's nice. Now let's select our heading, increase its font size to 2M, and give it a margin top of 3M, left and right of 0, and bottom of 2M. So this is it for our heading. Now we'll design our input div. So first we'll select our input field of it, and then we'll select our button which is inside the input div, and we'll give them some padding like 10 pixels, 45 pixels. Yeah, this is nice. Then a border radius of 25 pixels. We'll remove the outline from it. Now let me show you why removing outline is necessary. Now right now when I focus on this input field, we get this black rectangular shaped outline which we don't want because it completely kills the look of the website. So we give it an outline of none. Yeah, and now we also need to give it a same background color as the body. So background color of inherit, so it will inherit the background color from the body tag. And then let's give it a border 1 pixels solid black. Oh yeah, so this is it for it. Now we need to change the color of the placeholder. So for that, double colons placeholder. Now the double colons actually are used to select pseudo elements such as before, after, the scroll bar, and placeholder. If you want to learn how to when and where to use single and double colons, then you can watch the FAQ video which I created on where and when to use single colon and double colons. And if you want to learn how to create a custom scroll bar, then you can also go my video. I'll give the link to both of the videos down in the description box, and you can also click on the links above to view the videos. Now to change the placeholder, we just need to give it a color of black. So the placeholders color is changed. Now let's select our button separately, and now we'll give it some styling, such as changing the background color to black, the color to white. So it changes like this, and at last when I hover over it, we get this arrow cursor. We want it to look clickable, so we'll give it a cursor pointer. Yeah, now when I hover, we get this pointer cursor. So this is it for the styling part. Now let's get straight into JavaScript. So we'll start our JavaScript at the end of the body tag. So here on the clicking event of this button, we called a function named change. So we'll define that function now. Const change. I'm using ES6. You can also use the traditional way of defining function, which is something like this. Yeah, so this is how you can define a change function by the traditional method. I will be using the ES6 method because it's new. It is just the latest one, so I use it. You can use whatever you want. Now in here we will get the value which the user has entered in this field. So to get the value, what we'll do is we'll store it inside a variable input, and we'll select our input field by the document.query selector. We give it an ID of color, so color, and dot value. So this will return the value of whatever is entered in this input field. Now let's alert this to see whether we get the correct thing or not. Let me type code grind in here, and when I click on change color, we get the alert message of code grind. So this is working absolutely fine. Now to change the body background color, what we need to do is first select the body tag. So for that, document.query selector in double quotes body, and then dot style. So with dot style, we can now use any CSS property in camel casing. So camel casing is nothing but starting the first word with small letter, and then whatever words we use next, we start them with uppercase. So the next word after background is color, so we'll have a capital C. And let's say if we want to use another word, so that will start with another capital letter. So the only first word starts with a small letter, and the other words start with capital letters. So this is what camel casing is known as. Now to this we need to pass the input variable which we got from the input field. Let's hit save. Now when I go in here and type white, click on change color, the background color is changed. You can have anything you want. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the color is changed according to whatever we entered. So this is how you can create a background color changer using vanilla JavaScript. And if you like the video, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such amazing tutorials on CSS and JavaScript. And thank you for watching.